So the last thing that I want to do with you is the second principle, and that's resilience. Because in that state of change, and the world is constantly changing. In fact, to me, the rate of change is exponentially greater every single day. So if you have a problem with change, and a lot of people do, fear change, you got to find a way to get over that. Get your head straight around the fact that change isn't going away. It's only, the speed of it is only increasing. We need to be able to be utilizing it. And one of the ways that I've learned to utilize it is to be resilient. What's the word? Thank you. Resilience. And there's 3 steps to resilience. We all have things that go wrong in our lives, in our personal lives, in our business lives, all the time. And there's 3 steps. One is that you frame up. It means that you actually take a situation where something's gone wrong, and you frame it so that you understand what the creative opportunity is that's presented. And that could be on a micro level or something much bigger. What is the creative opportunity? In fact, what are the lessons that can be learned? That's the second step. To debrief it, to go into it and say, this is what I learned. This is the nugget. This is the gem, as my grandmother would say. And then we're talking about rituals for recovery. And I want to share a study with you very quickly that Harvard Business Review came out with a really wonderful article about the making of a corporate athlete, where the study compared high-performance athletes in every arena to high-performing executives. And what they found was that there was one thing that was in common with all of them, and that was the speed at which they recovered, that they got back up. They measured their biorhythms, biochemistry, to determine what would happen in between points of tennis matches, in between shots on the golf course, Jack Nicklaus. See the heart rate go down to resting between shots, recovery, speed of recovery, connecting that, for me, to resilience. What are your rituals for resilience? How do you take care of yourself, in other words? Because unlike an athlete that plays for 3 hours and then gets to rest, or plays for 4 months and then gets 4 months off, we're going at it all the time. Hello, yes? It's almost 24/7 these days. We feel it to manage teams, to look after our businesses. We got to look after ourselves as well, because what they found is that the athletes, the corporate athletes, that didn't actually have rituals for recovery performed far less well than the ones that did. The last thing I want to do right now to serve you is to give you a recovery ritual that I started about 8 years ago. Remember, I used to wake up in the morning and I put my feet on the floor and I felt dread, and sometimes the first words out of my mouth I can't actually repeat because it's not polite language. But now, for the last 8 years, I wake up in the morning, and what a blessing it is to wake up, just to be a little more awake today, more conscious today, to be alive, breathing. So I stand up, I put my feet on the floor after waking and being grateful. And I say, ILML. I don't actually say that. What I say is, I love my life. I love my life. And it takes 21 days to create a new habit. A master habit is something that takes a little bit longer, 60 plus days. You know, it's something you're doing by ritual almost. It becomes routine for you. You could start tomorrow. You could start today even, to just be grateful. You're awake. You're alive. You're in this incredible conference with this amazing company that you get to serve and support, and that company serves and supports you. Be grateful for that. And then if you feel it, you can declare it. I love my life. I got to tell you, when I started saying it, I didn't believe it, but I wanted to. And now what I realize is that I love life. It's a way that I'm able to connect to spirit and to my own heart, and to know that this is such a blessing. You can begin as well and continue that ritual, that habit, form that new habit, because it will help you to be resilient and to recover. You guys are absolutely incredible. I love what you're about. I love that we can support this, making people's busy lives better. It's been a blessing and a privilege to spend time with you. Thank you so very much.